Yes, thank you very much, Andreas, for helping us out today. Could you please say a few words about yourself?
My name is Andreas Unterweger. I'm with the Salzburg University of Applied Sciences, and I'm the Program Director of the Cybersecurity Master's Program.
Thanks so much for coming here. First, I'd like to ask, do you have any advice about what would be useful to know for somebody who's starting out in cybersecurity?
So I think the most important thing that is maybe not obvious is that cybersecurity consists of two components, the human component and the technical component. So you can have the most secure system that you like. There are humans who operate those systems and they are as vulnerable as the systems themselves, just not on the technical level. Mm-hmm. So on the technical level, you can have firewalls, you can have rules, you can have access control, but at the same time, you should consider the human component. Social engineering is a real threat, mm-hmm. And it's one of the most common ways to get access into companies and into server systems. It's not the technical side, because that one's usually hard.
Okay, good to know. Then next, are there any tools that you use often that you think it would be useful for students to know about if they're starting out with cybersecurity?
So I think if you do a lot of network communications, then I would think Wireshark, to observe what is going through the wire, is a nice tool. Yeah. I think Ettercap is quite good. It can do all sorts of spoofing. Like okay. You can pretend to be somebody else. You can do man-in-the-middle attacks.
Nice.
Aircrack-ng is very nice. It's a tool where you can scan for Wi-Fi networks and try to break the passwords if they're very weak.
Yeah.
And of course, one of the most common tools used in cybersecurity is Metasploit. Okay. Metasploit allows you to execute vulnerable code. It tries to scan the network to find vulnerabilities. You can do all sorts of payloads on operating systems, on programs. You can infect PDF files, you can infect Windows machines, and then you have command control resources where you can remotely control a server or a computer to record the webcam, to record the things that people are typing, which is often quite frightening if you demonstrate it to other people.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. Sounds like fun. Another question is, our students are working with small robots in this course, and the robots should communicate with each other, and they often use Robot Operating System 2 for that, and we're using Wi-Fi a lot, and also sometimes LoRaWAN. Do you have any ideas about ways that students could integrate cybersecurity into their project? For example, to make their robots more secure, or to attack other robots, or something like that?
Sure, I think there are two things that the students could do. I think one thing that is, maybe it sounds obvious, but people just keep not doing it, is don't use standard passwords. The other teams might be curious what your standard password is. They might figure out and they might mess with your robot, so that's maybe not nice. Yeah. So these are the super easy attack vectors that exist, so you should really try to keep those as closed up as possible. Just change the password to something more secure. The second thing that I find very important to know, don't try to figure out your own crypto or something like that. There are standard libraries that you can use, standard components where you can just use TLS or any other form of encrypted channel to use. It's usually better to use the off-the-shelf stuff than to build your own.
Interesting. Okay, good advice. Thanks so much.
Thank you.